to go and he needs to get situated in his life. So it's a good move on their part for him to be going into all of that.
Yeah, there's been reports saying he's going to check himself into rehab, and you hope he figured his life out before he even think about the next step as far as football in his life, and just get this focus on here. So,
much like another person that I wanted to bring up in Lamar Odom.
Yes.
He definitely needs to be going and getting self. People on Twitter are like, well, you called him a crackhead one day, and now you're saying prayers for him. You want us to throw up prayers for him. Stop being... No, he is a crackhead. But he needs prayers because he needs to go and get help. He's a crackhead. He is a drug fiend out crackhead.
Now,
and he needs to go get help.
I did see that it was pretty cool that Kobe Bryant didn't show up to the preseason game last night. He went straight to Nevada and go see Lamar Odom. He was the only guy to see him. Now, I saw something that Lamar Odom is paying 40 people phone bills and 20 people rent, and none of them were there.
Nope.
Only Kobe Bryant, who had a basketball game last night, decided, say, I'm not going to play. I'm going to be there with Lamar Odom and go.
Well, he also had a leg injury too, so they probably wasn't even going to play him anyway. Which he did. It was he hurt his leg the night before, so he wasn't going to play. But the fact that he went over there to see about Lamar
says a lot about
Kobe and his friendship that he has with Lamar. Dwayne Wade tweeted it out.
He's like, I wish I could have been there.
Yeah. The owner of the Heat. Everybody has tweeted out everything, but he needs help. He needs a lot of help if he survives through this one. Mm-hmm. He definitely needs help.
He's on breathing machines right now.
He needs... It's a horrible thing, but he needs to go and get help. And yes, I'm still saying it. He is a crackhead. Yeah. That's what he has turned himself into. He is a crackhead. He's no longer a professional athlete and all this stuff. He has turned himself into a crackhead. I'm saying prayers for him that he goes and gets help.
Yeah.
That's what he needs to go and do. I'm praying that he gets out of this, but I'm praying that he goes and gets help if he does make it out of this. Which I'm pretty sure if he makes it out of this, he ain't going to be smoking no crack or doing nothing like that. No. I can almost guarantee you that.
It's a sign for God. He definitely do here. You got anything to add on this, Steve?
Yeah, well, Odom does need the help, and if he makes it, God willing, if he makes it, what was the reports he had? Next 48 hours are really crucial for him. Yeah. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're right. You're
yeah,
right.
I mean, it's if he can survive this, that's just if he don't take a long look in the mirror, then he's gonna do it all over again, But and with Sarkisian, if he's seeking help and if he can recover from this incident, who knows if he can. Let's say he cannot recover from this and land a job somewhere else. It may not be the USC's or, the big time programs, but he can come back and maybe one down the road can get another shot, So I'm praying for both these guys that they make it, So.
Awesome. Definitely in there, yep. As I repeat what Steve and Kevin said, we're all praying for him. And hopefully this will be able to turn his life around a little bit. It's a situation.
If it don't.
And this goes for both Steve and Lamar, that they both can do this here and everything like that. It's crazy how substance can kind of do that for you. All right, well, moving to the next topic here. Will Greer suspended for 1 calendar year for taking over the count of substance. This is happening when Florida is probably having their best start in years, starting 6-0.
Probably. They're having their best start in years.
Yeah, they are having their best start in years, and it's definitely not only Florida news. But this is the first of one on. But Kevin, I'll let you go ahead and take.
Don't let me go first.
You want Steve?
Y'all better go first.
Go ahead.
Yeah, y'all go ahead and go first. Don't let me go
first.
Yeah, don't let me go first. Y'all, nobody else will get to talk. You let me go first.
All right. Well, Steve, go ahead and tell me your thoughts about this. I know you and Kevin got until the discussion before the air, but go ahead.
Well, whenever you're doing a big pile of steroids and you line them up like it's a big bump and like you're doing a big line of coke, and you're sitting back like Tony Montana and you're gaining a bunch of... I can't, man. I'm bored.
You better slow your roll. There is a red button that says hang up.
Go ahead, man.
No, man. what a great start for Florida, man. They have, man, they totally supersede what I envisioned them having. I already had them at 2 losses, but shows what little I know. And sucks that Greer had to take those steroids
Whatever
and put on
did.
sucks. But man, the future was looking bright, man. A lot of people praising Florida, and they damn well deserve it.
Yeah.
And it goes to show what 1 year of coaching, getting the right guy, will do for a program. If it was Will Muschamp, do you think they would probably be, 6-0 right now?
No.
They would already have like 3 losses.
Yep.
Or they'd run the ball like 50 times, maybe 60, maybe pass the ball, maybe
It only worked
10,
one time.
10 times, maybe.
That's only worked one time.
And probably would have lost to Tennessee if
Yes, they
Tennessee
would
wasn't
have.
just Tennessee and find a way to lose, but Tennessee probably would have won it. So, I mean, good job for McElwain doing a hell of a job. Got to give him credit. So, stop doing drugs. Say no. Say no to PEDs and steroids.
That is,
That's what I got.
See, now he's needling. Now he's being. Now Steve is trolling. Steve is lip biscuiting us. He keep trolling.
Nah, dude. I'm sincere when I say it's a great start for the Gators, man. I throw my jabs in when I can get them because majority of the Florida fans that I've run across a lot of them were fatheads and jerks, but there are a few handful of guys like you guys yourself are really great guys and can see outside the box, and people like me appreciate that. That can put aside the BS, so
yeah.
it's all fun, man.
This one, and I'll let Kevin say his piece here. This one to me hurts, man, because seeing the growth that Greer has done in the second half of the Tennessee game, and had a solid game against Missouri too, and it definitely was taking a role. It was just taking a role of him. This is me and Kevin said like game 2, like Greer is going to be the guy that's going to be the starting quarterback. None against Trayon, but I just feel like Greer is better. In my opinion, I thought he was better to lead the team going forward. And,
he's a better.
Yeah, and
quarterback.
Right, and I thought for sure that Trayon still has a role in this offense, no doubt about it. But when I saw this on the ticker, I was just stunned. I was lost of words and just couldn't believe it, and still just trying to gather information while I was on lunch break. But this is to me, I think is a big blow, and hopefully they look more into it and everything like that. But I'm gonna go ahead and let Kevin get more into it. I know he wants to spend on this more.
Well, for all the reports that are saying he did the get or draw or whatever it is to gain weight, false. That's not what he tested positive for. For all the people like somebody that's on the phone and said he gained 40-something pounds and went from being me to being Cortez.
It was 43 pounds.
He officially weighed in college when he started, January of 2014. He was 6'2", 183 pounds. In August of 2015, more than a year and a half later, he was still 6'2", and he weighed 203 pounds. So I'm no math wizard, but I only think that's 20 pounds. But I'm no math wizard.
But as of yesterday, 2 months later, he put on an extra 20.
That's what everybody is
I'm messing with you, man.
saying. That's what everybody is saying. But what I'm saying is, if you think you couldn't gain 20 or even 40 pounds on a year and a half worth of a college program, a major college program's weight program, to where you're needing to get bigger, we don't know what he took. Look, if he's guilty, he done it. Obviously, he done something that he wasn't supposed to do. He was stupid, and he didn't go to the people that are over all that stuff at Florida. He didn't go to them and go, "Hey, can I take this? Is it good for me to take this?" If he didn't do that, he's stupid. That's his fault. He's got to deal with the punishment. Mind you, the punishment is far too severe. I don't care if it was a dude that played for Florida State, Florida, or whatever. This punishment of getting a year suspension for doing a PED is stupid. When you can go to the pros and you only get 4 games.
MLB, you get 50 for the first suspension, right?
Yes, but they play 4,862 games.
Well,
So
here's something that's a
isn't
little
bad.
tricky too, though. You got to think about it. It's catch-22. Now he's getting busted for a PED. In a similar situation, a guy smokes a joint. He
They
gets
get a
suspended
game.
on a basketball, and I've heard check this out. Mitch McGarry. You guys know who that is, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay, got busted for pot. Okay, he got suspended for a whole year for being busted with pot.
Treon Harris got busted for pot and he only missed a game.
And it's like, I don't know if it's the school making that or it's the NCAA, but I think it's a little bit stricter in the college.
NCAA doesn't have a rule about marijuana on their books.
No,
they don't have a rule.
McGarrett got busted by the NCAA.
Right. They don't. Florida suspended guys for doing pot for a game. NFL suspends them. They don't even suspend them for their first thing anymore. It's their second offense that they get suspended for now for doing pot, and they only get 2 games. But you're telling me a performance-enhancing drug, supposedly, even if it was over-the-counter, it doesn't matter. He got busted for it. But a year suspension when guys are coming back in the NFL after 4 games? It's ridiculous. It's way, 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 way too much time. Miss the rest of the year? Okay. Make it where every drug that you do, you missing this amount of games. Not just certain things. And you can do marijuana, you only get a game. But if you do this, if you get a cold medicine with the wrong thing in it, you're going to get suspended for a whole year. That's stupid. But people are like, well, they should take away wins and everything. Go ahead. If he cheated and he provided an advantage for Florida or whatever, go ahead and take a win. Because that's the only way Kentucky or Tennessee will probably ever beat Florida anytime soon, is if you take the win away from them and give it to them. But I'm like, go ahead and take it. If he cheated, this is where I got. If he cheated, okay, take the wins. Take the win. It doesn't bother me none. Because if he cheated, then that's what he did. But now I'll go on to the other part of it. But for everybody going, woe is me, Will Greer is gone and everything like that, I think I'm the only Gator fan that went, okay. I said, is Vernon Hargrave still playing? Somebody goes, yeah. I said, is Bullard still playing? Yeah, because this LSU game, it don't matter who's quarterbacking. We've got to stop number 7. You stop number 7 on LSU's team, you'll probably win that ball game because they can't do nothing else. Treon Harris will be just fine. You want to know why I know he'll be just fine? Because of the coach. This is all going down to X's and O's right now. Everybody always says this game's win Jimmy to Joe's and X's to O's. His X's and O's have made mismatches all over the field for the Gators. Will Greer has done a good job of just throwing it to the guy that's got the mismatch. When you're running out Brandon Powell on a little route and you're throwing it to him 6 yards down the field and then he's running for 80, which this will be talked about later on too. When you're doing that, you're creating mismatches and you're running a scheme that is perfect. That if you're going to be putting in it wasn't like Treon didn't do nothing before. It's not like he's not been in this situation before at all. He's won games. He beat Georgia. Even though he didn't throw, but he beat Georgia. He's beat teams. He has played ball in this league. He looked good when they put him in the game. The first 2 games, he looked good. But they kept him, and the best part about it was McElwain kept him involved. Kept his head thinking right that, hey, you can go in at any time and play. So you need to have your head on right. I'm not worried at all. Not worried one bit. Plus, you still got number 21 standing behind him, too. And we saw last week, you can use him as a bell cow. You can give him the ball 30 times, and he's going to be able to run the ball. And with those 2 young guys that come in there, they'll give him that other little thing. I'm not worried one bit. Not saying they beat LSU, because it all hinders only if they can stop number 7, which I'm not sure about that yet. I think they can. They got to hold him to 120 yards.
That's asking a lot.
Is Florida better suited for the pass rush, or are they better suited for the run defense?
They're better suited for everything. Their pass rush involves